You guys venture down the path and you return through the city gate, the northeast gates, and you go to the city center where the towers are taller and the buildings are more regal. And Titus leads you all to the Milton estate. You're all invited inside to see him, to part ways with him. Jory and Galorp opt to stay in the lobby. Jory because he is an abomination to mankind, and Galorp because she's just feeling very tired. It's been a long day. But the rest of you are standing in sort of like the main chamber of his estate, on blindfold.
Thank you for seeing me this far. I am in your debt, and I will ensure that I repay that debt as soon as I am able, whatever you may need.
I have a question.
Yes?
I hand out my broken harp. Is there a way you can help me fix it or replace it with another instrument?
I can certainly I can have my daughter look at it. She's I think she is proficient with fixing musical instruments.
Oh, thank you. I'll hand him the harp.
Okay. He turns to this door and he pushes it open with his boot.
Sir Henricus! Sir Henricus, get down here!
And you hear footsteps on the stairs.
Does anyone else have any questions?
He is struggling to hold this thing. It's so fucking big. A man appears in the doorway.
Can I help anyone else?
Oh. Mr. Ooh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Eli.
I was gonna just say, Mr. Thydus, if you could just help me with my sword, that's all the repayment that I need.
Yes, leave it with Sir Henricus.
Of course.
He comes over and when he goes to accept the blade, you notice that he does it with poise. Clearly he respects fine weaponry, and he holds your sword like it is like it's made of glass, like he's being extremely careful, extremely delicate. And as you pass the sword into his possession, you feel that presence in your mind. Instead of it just being like something you notice, this time there's like a pounding. It's uncomfortable for you to pass the sword away, but you are able to.
Okay.
He holds it.
Do is it like a really bad headache?
It was like a migraine spike. Like handing it off hurt, and now you're fine.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Is there any chance you could make a shield that could possibly block arrows?
Son, I don't think I've ever seen a shield that can't block arrows.
Could you make one?
Just a shield.
I could procure a shield for you.
I would greatly appreciate that.
Titus. Yes? I think it best I give the Archmage Apprentice his shield now. Would that be okay? I believe I have one upstairs. And Titus is like, oh, sure. Certainly.
Sir Henricus looks at you, Wilbin, and beckons for you to follow him.
I'm gonna do so.
My request is a bit more complicated, so I will wait until tomorrow to request it. It might require a bit more time to do.
Understood. Anything else?
I do also have a request.
Yes.
Not too large, but two actually, or two requests. The first being if you could find the man I told and possibly examine and get back to me on what you think of it. That kind of
This Pearson.
yes.
He's a friend of yours?
Yes, you could say.
Is he a dwarf?
He is not.
Give me an insight check.
Not to my knowledge.
Ooh.
19, and then I think I have +2. Yeah, dirty
Um,
21.
With that roll, the subtlest, like idiosyncrasies that you find yourself, like you are not a master of people, but you're a master of animals, and animals have a way of showing their teeth in the most unexpected ways. And in this moment, you sense, like, just from the idiosyncrasy of his, you say the words "he is not," and Thydus gives the lightest little huff, and his eyes glance sideways. You know that he now doesn't believe that this man is worth anything because you've told him that he's not a dwarf.
I've given him something that belonged to an old companion of mine, and I just want to know if that was the right choice to make, or someone like you.
I shall look into it for you.
Thank you. And the second thing, if you could make a wand, possibly, or something about, and then I kind of look at Kafir and go, about the size of what friend here.
Varus wants to wield a wand that looks like Kafip's?
Sure, Kafir.
Wow. Varus and Kafip are going to be wand friends.
I don't know anything about wand craft, but I could, perhaps if you provided me with an example, I could attempt to replicate it.
Okay. Then I shall try to find an example and be back with it.
That's wonderful. Now, the hour is growing very late, and I am very tired, so if that is all, I would bid you all good night.
Of course.
Good night, Tyler.
Thanks for our requests, sir.
You're most welcome. Thank you for coming to my aid. I have never known a pyromancer to act so nobly in these parts. It's a refreshing sight.
Well, I guess. You're welcome. And good night, sir.
He goes over as you're bidding him goodnight, and he props the lyre against the fireplace, and he just goes and sits down, and he waves. And you all leave?
Yep.
Without
Blindfold.
Wilden. Without Wilden.
On blindfold, as you guys are walking through the city, you're returning to the city center. and it is very late. The sun has gone down, and Bruno rushes off the porch of his book bastion. Oh, hello. Ah, the elf. Hello.
How are you?
I saw you through the window, and I rushed straight out here.
Did you perhaps find the book that I requested?
I found something of great interest to you, I think. It not only mentions the dryads, but it also mentions the Empire, your home. Yes, I think you would quite like this read.
How much would that be?
That would be, I think, a small price of 6 gold.
Do I have 6? I'm sorry, but I only have 4.
Oh. Well, that's okay. I'll take 4.
If I, as soon as I get the money, I'll bring it to you as soon as I can, but this is the best that I can do for now.
Oh, worry not, worry not. Alex, you can go ahead and move. I updated the token. You can go ahead and put that back in your inventory. Just keep track. Here you go. I trust this will be of interest to you. As you look. The deposition of Emperor Cadmus Centurion.
Well, thank you. I will give this a read as soon as I can.
Well, travel safe. Good night. As you guys are approaching Carlotta's herbalism shop, you can see in the windows that there is no light. The sun has gone down, and where people are still awake and operating, there are candles in the windowsills and there's light emanating. Carlotta's herbalism shop is completely dark, which means she's probably sleeping. So, do you want to wake her up with this surprise? Is the question on the group's mind tonight.
She would want to know that we found her brother immediately.
No time like the present.
You knock on the door.
Yes.
Blindfold. Unblindfold. Henricus, who is this that you've brought into our home? He's here to see your sister. One of my sister's playthings. I see.
I'm no quite thing.
No quite thing, you say. Ooh, what a tongue you have.
Kind of look back awkwardly over here and kind of look between the two of them.
Laszlo Milton. He struts forward and he offers his hand to you.
To shake,
To shake.
I'll return it.
He shakes your hand, and then he pulls himself very close to you, and he says, "I'll be watching you, Archmage Apprentice."
I'm gonna back up.
You back up, and Laszlo looks. He smirks at you. Laszlo, that's enough. Leave the boy be. Laszlo skulks off. Sorry about that.
Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen again.
He takes the blade of the root in his hand and he admires it.
Oh boy, this blade has seen battle. Was this all from the evening?
It was.
Well, I trust you protected yourself.
You could say that.
I know that the Lady Isadora would be disappointed if you didn't come back.
I always come back.
He quirks an eyebrow at you.
You seem off. Is something all right with your son?
Everything's great.
Yes. Well, I don't think you should keep her waiting.
It's been quite a night. Do you think you could guide me there?
I am not judgmental of the time you two spend together. I know, and I know that you know where her bed chambers are well.
Let's take a guess and walk towards this door.
Okay. You walk towards the left door, and as you do, the right door swings open. Well then.
Yes.
She looks past you at Sir Henricus. Sir Henricus, did you bring him to me? Sir Henricus nods. Thank you. Wilbin. She steps back. Get in here.
I walk in sort of hesitantly.
She peeks out the door, and then she closes it. Where have you been?
I've been pretty busy.
Yes, you might. She reaches over and she touches your chin. You shaved your goatee.
I did.
You look no, you look different. Have you been altering yourself with alchemy, or is this another one of your experiments?
Yeah, and it's one of those in combination of a very long night.
Well, here. I have stolen a bottle of Father's wine. She walks over to this table and she picks it up. Join me on the balcony. Perhaps some fresh air will cheer you up. She goes out, and you guys have a beautiful view of the city. The city extends out and down, and the city, as dreary as it looks, it paints this frame around a beautiful sight of the southern coast of the Alcatoran Sea. Moonlight shimmering off the waves, no ships in sight, and no conflict for miles. The city is asleep, and it is under the tapestry of stars. It is a sight to behold. She pours you a glass of wine and offers it to you.
I take it.
Now, has Wilbin ever drank wine before?
That's a good question. I think considering my age, I'm gonna go with no.
So, does Wilbin pretend to know what he's doing when he drinks the wine?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Give me a deception roll.
Oh god, sorry. Throwing myself. I am right here. You said deception?
Yes.
1 plus 4 is 5.
No, that's a nat one, buddy.
That's a now one.
We could go with 5, you know. That'd be pretty sick.
Nat 1. I lost my sword because of a nat 1. You get a nat 1.
You go to drink the wine, and the expression you make is enough to cause her some confusion. Uh, you she says you like she's leading into like she's about to tease you, or she's about to make some kind of amusing remark, and you watch as her expression sort of becomes stone, and she fiddles with the glass edge of her wine glass. Oh, I you're not him, are you?
What do you mean?
If there's one thing I've learned spending time with you, Wilbur, it's that I know when you're lying. And
What?
and it should have been obvious from the moment I saw you. You don't have that pain anymore. That look in your eyes like there's something still tormenting you. He could never really be rid of that, as hard as he tried.
I'm not him.
Wilbur, you said I'm not him?
Correct.
She leans on the balcony and she looks out at the night. And she says, "You always told me that your work with the Archmage might take you away from me one day. I never thought this is what you meant."
It's a complicated story, but I am another him, you could say.
She doesn't look at you, she looks down at the wine and she takes a sip. Are you happy?
I am. Now that I'm here,
Does your work with the Archmage, does it fulfill you?
it does.
Well, I'm happy for you, Wilbur. I am.
Thank you.
She takes her index finger and she begins sort of like picking at the nail of her thumb. I'm actually quite tired. I think it's best if we talk again another night.
It's perfectly understandable.
I trust you can see yourself out.
Will do. Thank you.
Take the bottle. My treat.
I take the bottle and I'm gonna walk out. And close the door behind me.
You go back down the stairs?
Do I see anything that could be enticing, or am I just focused on the stairs ahead of me?
I think after what just happened, Wilbin is probably in need of some sleep, and he should probably get home.
Agreed. Let's go downstairs.
You descend down the stairs, and you leave Lady Isadora Milton standing on her balcony, her relief at your return and her father's return transforming into heartbreak. Everyone.
John.
Let's do a little roll call. Say I if you're here.
I
Hey.
You should have said
Aye.
one name. That was chaos.
Should we recap?
It's okay. I saw everyone's thing light up. So
Aye, Captain.
okay.
I am here.
I am Spartacus.
I am.
Alright, shut the fuck up.
As
Okay, guys.
as
Stop.
the group. Are we ready?
Yeah.
As the
Yeah.
group.
Okay. On 3, Carson. 1, 2, 3.
3.
Rain clouds gather and rain falls over the city of Needlepoint as our group wanders through the streets all the way from the Milten Manor where they saw their rescued, newfound ally home safe. The group wanders into the city center where they see Carlotta's shop, the candles in the windows that would indicate life on the inside smothered. And as they venture to the door, choosing to confront her with this truth, even in the darkest hours of the night, they find that the door is not sealed. In fact, the door is unlatched. As you all journey inside, do you bring Jory into the shop with you?
Who has Jory?
Is Jory the brother? Is that right?
Yeah, he's following Wilbin, so I'm gonna say it's probably Wilbin's decision.
I'm not even there. right?
Are we
No.
still
Wilbin
blindfolded?
was
is up here.
abandoned at the Milton Manor.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he talked to the lady.
Are,
Jory's with
Oh,
us, right?
I guess it's Varys's decision then.
are we still blindfolded?
You are. You're making the decision of whether Jory is left outside or brought inside.
I would say
I
bring
say-
inside.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'd
was
say
gonna say
bring
leave
him
outside.
inside.
Inside.
I was gonna say leave outside.
We
but
have
the
3
news-
Jory's the brother,
insides.
right? Jory's the brother?
Yes.
Yeah, Jory's the like
The eyeballs.
abomination.
Yeah, that like half decayed
Mutation.
body thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, Jory is welcomed inside, and all of you find comfort in the quiet, abandoned, cozy hovel of Carlotta's shop. Unblindfold.
Oh wow.
Whoa, what the?
Hmm.
Do we see anyone?
There is no sign of anyone. In the room.
So guys, what are we doing here?
I have the same question.
I honestly don't know.
We found her brother, right?
Who's
Whose
wasn't
brother?
Varys, weren't you the one
No.
that was here with Wilbin?
Right, you weren't here.
Yes. Me and Manzel both were. The woman we're looking for, name is Carlotta.
Well, I would suggest yelling for her then.
And she doesn't seem to be around.
Are these stairs going upwards?
They are.
I'm just gonna.
Are there, Carson? Are there any other entrances or anything around here? Or is it just the stairs?
Make an investigation roll, Minza.
All right.
Hello?
Is
I'm gonna
he's a
yell
bitch,
that
dude,
up the
I'm
stairs, by the way.
trying to roll.
Yeah, I'm just yelling it up the stairs. Gotta
You
continue.
yell hello up the stairs, Varus.
Uh-huh.
There is no answer.
Sweet. I got 9 on investigation.
9.
Yeah.
Minzel, you scan the room. You are not seeing. There's not any other door. There are several windows, but none of which would logically be used as an entrance or exit. And on a 9 investigation, I would say you fail to notice until it is too late the feeling of something grabbing at your leg.
Do I notice it now? You're saying?
As you feel whatever this is touch your leg, you look down and you see this face looking up at you from the shelf.
What? What is this? A potato? Can I try and like kick it off? Like fling it off my foot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
I'll
me
try
get
and
a,
shake it off.
a nature roll, maybe, to see what this thing is.
Minzel, give me an athletics roll.
Yeah, I'm already punting this bitch. Are you serious? I got a nat 1.
Nat
He's gonna
1.
take a bite out of my
Minzel,
leg.
Minzel, you shake and you shake and you lose your balance a little bit, and this creature seems to you see its eyes. It's very like hard to see eyes, like squinting. They rise up. The eyelids rise up, and you see a sort of like paranoid fear as it doesn't know what you're about to do, and you watch as its tiny, bulky arms begin to grow in length, and it starts wrapping itself around your leg. And as you shake, it just almost becomes like an extension of your leg. Give me a nature roll, Tyrael.
While this is happening, I'm gonna pull my dagger out and walk upstairs.
Oh, yowzes. That is a... Where's nature? That is a 21.
On a 21, Tyrael, you recognize this creature immediately, as any novice should. That has traveled as far as you have. This is a mandrake, and Mainzel. Describe, Josh. Tell us how Mainzel is reacting to this creature clinging to him, and he's completely unable to stop it.
Well, did you say I'm like falling backwards?
More like you're
Stumbling.
struggling to balance yourself because you're like trying to kick it off your foot, so your foot is in the air, but it is not going anywhere. So how is Mainzel
I'm
reacting?
just kind of like still trying to like shake my leg and kind of like trying to like how like tall is it? I guess. Where's its head at? Is it on like my shin?
Its head is probably its head probably stops about where your knee is, and
Yeah,
then
okay,
of
I'm
course
I'm
there's like
trying
a
to like bat it in the head and like shake my leg off, shake it off my leg.
you're batting it, you're shaking. It
Yeah.
is completely unfazed. And Tyrael, as you watch Mainzel like trying to, as if he's like trying to combat a creature that's trying to eat him, Tyrael, you know that mandrakes are completely harmless.
Do I know a way to, like, subdue them so they, like without hurting them, for them to, like, release whatever they attach to, or like anything like that?
You would know that you would recognize from the twist of the shrubbery that's sprouting from its little pointed head and the wrinkles on its quote unquote skin. You would recognize these the signs of dehydration. It's likely that it was reaching out to Mindcell in search of some kind of hydration, and only began locking on to him as like a defense mechanism.
Is there any sort of water around?
There is water everywhere in all sorts of like different places.
Is there just like a beaker of water sitting on one of these tables?
Not a beaker, but knowing what you know about places like this, there's probably a watering can somewhere.
I'm gonna roll for investigation to find a
Okay, make that roll.
Not as good. Not as good. We still got a 10.
Try as you might, Tyrael, you would not find a watering can on this floor.
I'm gonna also go upstairs.
Gills.
Does Kaji assume? Does Kaji mimic Varus in any way as Kaji's following up the stairs, or?
Well, what do you mean? As in, like, where Varus pulled out a knife?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a knife? I do have a knife. I pulled out a dagger. Out of weary.
Gills, you can use water magic, right?
Yes, I can.
If you can you spawn a little bit of water on top of the mandrake and let it drop? It'll calm it down and get off of Mindcell's leg.
Yeah, get this thing off of me.
Yeah, I'll spawn some water. Can I make the mind drink perceive as if there's water around him?
Give me an intelligence roll.
I got 15.
15. You cast the spell on the mandrake, and you see that the stress that it seems to have been exhibiting, the signs of stress disappear, but his hold on Mindcell does not. Now it seems that that he has gotten exactly what he wanted. He latched on to Mindcell in hopes of water, and now he believes he has it, so he's right where he wants to be.
Well,
I guess I'm living with this thing.
Well, looks like you got a new pet yourself.
Yeah.
A new pet for yourself.
I guess we'll carry on for now until we can get this off.
Everybody blindfold.